the next part of this fanfic that I've titled Wait, You're a Twin. So Nina has called Luna, but Amber answered, and Nina has just found out that Luna and Amber have been secretly friends. So they've been hanging out, they were shopping for clothes, and where I left off is Nina said, okay, I'm about to tell you something, but Amber's not allowed to know. Amber overheard, and so she's like, alright, fine, I'll accept my fate. Can you just take your phone somewhere private so I can go on speakerphone, kind of thing. And so the girls do that. I'm debating where about in the mall they're gonna go. My mind right now is like maybe an upstairs ladies' room that's empty or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'll decide where they go later. But they're in the room or whatever, wherever they are. And they're like, okay, so tell us what's going on. And Nina says, I'll start by saying what Amber's allowed to hear. And so she tells her about how she's like, so get this, Ava's actually a twin. Her sister's name is Ada, and they've been swapping places ever since we met them. So Luna will respond with, you know what? That actually makes a whole lot of sense. They'll have a little mini discussion about it, and then Amber will be like, okay, now, what is it that I'm not allowed to know? And so Nina's like, okay, you can't tell them I told you, but sounds like Mateo has been hired by Amber's biological mother to find out why Ray and Sharon have told Amber that she's Sol Benson when she's not. Someone else is, though. And so both of them are like, well, then who is Sol Benson? If it's not Amber, who is it? And he's like, before I answer that, Luna, you know how we've been researching your history to try and find out where you're from and everything? She's like, yeah. And Luna's like, yeah, I remember. And he's like, well, we've had a breakthrough. So, sounds like, and also, you told me that you remember the mansion when being in the mansion when you were younger, but can't describe why, kind of thing. And he was like, yeah, I remember that, kind of thing. And he's like, well, there may be a reason you remember the mansion. Like, I think you were there. You were saved, taken to an orphanage in Mexico where your adoptive parents adopted you, but you originally lived in the mansion that Amber lives, kind of thing. And the girls are both confused, like, what? And then Nina's like, Luna, you're the real Sol Benson. And maybe Luna faints, and Amber catches her and is all concerned. But it's like, okay, well, and explains to Nina what just happened. And then also says, don't tell anyone, and how concerned I am about her, because we're keeping our friendship a secret, kind of thing. I don't know how that scene will end, but then we can jump ahead to everyone has just found out at the roller rink that Ada and Ava are twins. And so while Nina was calling Luna, Mateo or someone, or maybe, no, Ada. Ada would make more sense. Ada calls Cammy to come to the roller rink. And so after that phone call, we cut back and while they're figuring out what to do with Nina, who's fainted, or not Nina, Luna, who's fainted, we cut back to the stage and like restaurant area of the roller rink, and Cammy has just showed up, being Ada and Ava's older sister, and she's like, oh my gosh, figures it out right away. Oh my gosh, did you two do a switcheroo on these poor kids? These poor guys? What did I tell you about swapping places? Kind of thing. Cammy will come in kind of like parenting, almost, her younger sisters. Like, what did I tell you about swapping places? And the girls will poutingly say, it doesn't end well. Never ends well. Exactly. Even our nieces and nephews, who are 7 and under, know this. So why do you keep swapping places on people? It's not a funny game. Kind of thing. And then she'll notice Pedro on stage and be like, huh, hey, long time no see. Long time no see. Last time I saw you, I was in Rock Bones with you. And now you're in now you're new band with my sisters. Isn't that interesting? It's kind of interesting. Kind of thing. And then maybe he'll shoot back with no. Cammy will be like, so, haven't talked to the rest of Rock Bones in a while. How's Saba? And Pedro will be like, why do you want to know? I thought you were engaged to Broadway. And then Ada and Ava will be like, you're engaged? Like, that was supposed to be a big secret kind of thing. How big, like, and then she'll try and derail the conversation by going, oh, hey, Federico. What are you doing around here? And that's where I'm at with that one. Haven't thought further ahead than that. But, yeah, that's where that one is. I'm also recording this while getting over a cold, so if my voice sounds weird, that's why. But anyway, that's it for my inspiration for further on in the story. So far. That's it. Alright. Hope you enjoyed. So, the next part of the story of Wait, You're a Twin, Cammy has just re-explained to Ada why Ada and Ava got kicked out of the band. And Cammy's last line was, are you seriously not seeing what we're seeing? And so Ada will respond with, well, now that you put it that way, I see what you're saying. It makes sense that we were kicked out. Alright. And then Ada will be like, okay, I fold. Ava and Cammy are right. So, Ava will be like, "Yay, I'm right." And me in short-lived victory, but whatever. Maybe, I don't know. Might change that when I write it. Then after that, maybe I do a time jump, like 3 minutes later. Cammy's like, "Hey, Pedro, do you know if Saba has heard about me in Broadway yet?" And Pedro will be like, "You mean about your engagement?" "Yeah, he's heard." And Ava and Ad will be like, "Oh my gosh, you and Broadway are engaged?" kind of thing. And shocked. And Pedro will be like, "Oh crap, I didn't know that was a secret." And everything, so more dialogue will happen. And then can we be like, "So how do you take the news about me and Broadway's engagement, since she was with Saba at one point, right?" So she's just curious to see how he's taking the news. And Pedro will explain, he actually took it pretty well. I mean, he's moved on. He's got another girlfriend, and they are a very good match, kind of thing. And Kimmy's like, "Good. I just wanted to make sure that he took it well, kind of thing." And then maybe we get back to Amber and Luna, and they've just gone to the mansion to drop off their clothes and run into Mr. Alfredo. Luna explains what happened to him, and they hug, have a great moment, and then say, "Oh, I wish we could stay, but we have plans." Maybe Amber's like, "Okay, we got plans at the roller rink, so I hate to break this up, but we gotta go," kind of thing. And then the girls will show up and be like, "Wait, Nina, you said that Ada and Ava were twins, not triplets. What the heck is there? Why is there 3 people that look the same here?" And that's where I'm at so far. So, with that fanfic. But anyway, hope you enjoyed.